Good morning. Day 2 of Thriftysole. Just wanted to come in and say hi to everyone. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing this every day. Don't too much have a topic today, but I wanted to follow up on a little bit more introduction from yesterday. Broke down kind of where I'm from, school I went to, different small details about myself, but want to go into more a little in depth of how I feel about clothing. Gave a little synopsis yesterday, but nothing to the extent of who I am. Um, Clothing has always been a lifestyle for me. Um, as so much that I would be in a bad mood if I didn't like what I had on. So overly dramatic with it, but at the same time, petty but necessary. So we can just call that this the title of this blog is gonna be petty but necessary. So I guess I'll start off by saying when you don't feel like you look good, usually you tend to not look good. Your attitude is presented out that way. When you have an outfit on or have on something that you enjoy wearing, your favorite pair of jeans, your favorite pair of sneakers, favorite pair of heels, favorite shirt, whatever, even if it's your favorite underwear, you feel differently about yourself. You feel like you're well put together. When I was in middle school and high school, it was so dramatic that I would be late to class because I would change my clothes like 4 or 5 times and end up probably putting on what I originally had out the first time. This used to piss my mom off because I was always late. And I was always blaming it on her because she had to take me to school. So how is it my fault? But it definitely was my fault. It got to a point where my mom used to make me pick out my outfits the night before, only for me to get up the next morning and change it all together. And then I come down the hallway and she's like, "You gonna wear that?" And I'd be like, "No." And I would go back and do it all over again. So clothing has been a pillar, if you will, in my life. I've always liked to dress. I won best dress in high school. Shout outs to class of 2007. A but yeah, I won best dress. Personally, I didn't think it was open for discussion, but whatever. I went through the voting process nevertheless. Let me dial it back. I am not that conceited, just a little bit, but necessary. Okay. Um, I don't know. Shoes, like I said yesterday, are my thing. I love shoes. Like I will buy shoes and then buy outfits for them. A lot of people do the reverse. They buy clothing and then go find shoes. I need to make sure that my feet is popping first, and then I'll find a poppingly accordingly to my shoes. Like I'll pop accordingly to that. Um, I am a versatile person, as I stated kind of yesterday, but I wear a lot of sneakers now. But in my younger days, I definitely popped out with the heels. Like I wasn't just a modest heel chick. If it wasn't 6 inches or higher, I didn't want to be in it. Eventually I will upload pictures of past me, future me, current me, whatever. Um, I don't have really a preference in brands or designers or anything like that. I'm from the South, so I will pop up in Ross in a heartbeat, buy some 9.99 jeans, might drop a little coin on some sneakers, get a little shirt, and we popping. I don't really do all of the name brands and all that stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I would love some Gucci sneakers, but I ain't even gonna front. I ain't got Gucci sneaker coin, so ain't no need to me even front. Like they not that expensive, but then again, that's not a shoe that you need to wear every day. So I don't purchase shoes at a certain amount because I don't want to be like, oh, this bitch wearing these Gucci shoes out. So keep it a bill with that. Back to growing up, my mom was extremely fashionable. She was of course, I was born in '89, so she was the 90s shawty. She dressed accordingly. Not low thought now. No, none of that. But she dressed accordingly to the era that we were in. Always with some nice jeans, a nice shirt, button-up shirt, or a nice sweatshirt or something like that. So I kind of got my crazy retro style from my childhood. I can remember outfits my mom used to put together, and now I kind of low-key put them together. While I'm on the subject of my mom, you will learn that I am the ultimate mother's girl. Like my mom is that chick. Like she is in there. I love her to death. She's like my best friend. We talk a lot. a lot. I don't think I could be more of a mama's boy if I was a boy. So I always say that, like, my mama, she that chick to me. But with that saying, I got a lot of my lifestyle from her, of course. I somewhat mimic certain things, not everything, obviously, but we are decently close now. We used to be super close when I was living in Virginia, of course. Um, but dressing, I got from her for sure. Expressing myself with my clothing. My mom is the type that, we live in Virginia. My mom wears cowboy boots. Like, she that shawty with the cowboy boots on with a denim skirt. My mom doesn't wear pants. She only wears skirts now. So to see her breaking the mold and wearing cowboy boots in Virginia with a skirt, a denim jacket. If she want to wear a hat, she'll throw a hat on. If not, nice little blouse under it, button up. My mama to me got swag. I think she pretty progressive for her bracket, her age bracket. She cute. Other than that, my dad was the type, he didn't care. He throw a pair of jeans on, some boots and a shirt. He might iron it, he might not. So I'm so glad I didn't get that gene. But definitely clothes are very important. I commute from work. I stay in Brooklyn and I commute to to the Bronx. I just like to people watch. I've always been a people watcher anyway, but in New York, it's a lot easier because, of course, there's so many people. I just be looking around, waiting for the train, waiting for, my transit or whatever, and I just see so many different people with so many different styles. And in New York, no one's afraid to express themselves however they want to. So that's very enlightening and very interesting to see, like, the different styles and how people dress. And some people just don't care. They put on whatever they get to first. Some people, you can tell they actually put some effort into it and they actually put some energy into it. So that's like the interesting part of New York as well. I don't know. I get motivated every day to, like, step out of my boundaries and wear stuff that I usually don't wear. Like this, for instance, this jacket. I've been having it for forever. I probably wore it like 4 times. I do not do pink. Pink is not me. That little string here. Pink is not me. I don't do pink. Red is my favorite color, but you will probably never see me in red, ironically enough. Black. I got all black on under this. Black is my thing, as I stated yesterday. I will wear black every day if I could. Excuse me. Black is a very expressive color, but I'm very particular about my blacks. I need all my blacks to go together. I need my blacks to not look faded. I don't need them to look dingy. Certain swags, I'll wear some dingy black because, the retro thing is kind of dope. But other than that, I need my black to be crisp, like fresh. I don't know what else to say, for real. This is still very new to me. Sitting here talking and looking at myself is quite awkward to a certain extent. I'm a very expressive person, but talking to myself for other people to watch later is a bit awkward, so I'll keep it a bit. Follow up from yesterday, I told you about my best friend, told you about my best friends, my brother, and then a little bit on my significant other. So this weekend I plan on doing like a group blog or an introduction to her. I will bring her into this blog. Baby's name is Natalia. You will see her tomorrow or whenever I upload the next video. She is a fashionista in itself. She is a definition of a New York girl. She will throw on anything and it look like she ready for the runway. Me, it takes me hours. It takes me to get my life together, and I'll still step out looking simple as hell. So a lot of my blogs and a lot of my expression, I will be posting pictures and posting videos of our process, if you will, of getting dressed. How my stress, like how the bed is toe up. I got 14 different outfits out. She only has 2, and she picks one or the other. Looks amazing in it, and we're out the door, and I'm so over it. But a little bit on her. She is American born, but descendants of Guyanese parents. She grew up some of her time in Trinidad, between Trinidad and New York. When I met her, there was a complete, not culture shock in a bad way, but I had to get used to foods, conversation, intellect, or the way she think is completely different because of where she grew up in the different demographics. Like, when I'm from the South. She grew up in New York some of her time. So that's different. And then to add the aspect of her growing up some of her other time in another country. Completely different concept on life. Not in a bad way, not necessarily, against each other type thing, but it is something that you have to find a balance with. Food is different. She has a different palate, if you will, than me. She says I make white woman chicken, and I took it very offensive because I was like, "You mean my shit ain't got no seasoning?" But she was like, "No, you don't make stuff with gravy," and I'm like, "I don't need gravy. Like, you don't. I put gravy on my mashed potatoes. I don't even do that, to be honest." Certain things we do as customs in the South, they don't do in the North. Certain things they do in Trinidad as a custom, we do not do in America. So finding the balance of doing things and celebrating certain days and going about certain pathways have been very interesting, but you will learn to see how we finagle our lives together. Hopefully throughout this blog, she'll be doing a lot of features, I'm sure. Eventually we're going to develop a her and her blog. But that's just a tiny introduction to her, if you will. We met in Austin. That was the new love interest that I was speaking of yesterday. We worked together, so we spent a lot of time together. Got to know each other quite well, quite fast, if you will, but still, nevertheless, we make it happen. So, other than that, I just wanted to check in, say hi, let you guys know that I'm gonna try to do this on a daily basis. For the few people that are actually watching this, I appreciate you guys, and for the people who haven't got on the wave yet, y'all better catch on, because grab your surfboards because it's about to be popping. So for day 2 of Thrifty Souls, I want to thank you again, and y'all have a blessed one and all peace. Be nice to people. Smile today.